All right, welcome in McElroy and Cubelic in the morning. Glad you're with us. It is Monday, December 15th, right here on Jocks. Still a McElroy today. Hopefully back tomorrow. He and his family down at Disney. And we'll see if they can make it back in and be a part of the show tomorrow. Paul Finebaum going to be with us at 7:20 today. Josh Pate will spend a couple moments with us today at 9 o'clock. Richard Hendricks with us as well. I would say this, I kind of talked to my wife about this on the way out the door today. Being here on a Monday, really strange. Like in town on a Monday. This is my first Monday in Birmingham since the end of August.
Really? Wow.
When would the other have been?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So, totally forgot that we had Paul and Richard today when I was trying to put the show together last night. Didn't even think about it. Just when you're off your routine, it's amazing how everything else changes. And I asked my wife, usually we have things on Tuesdays pretty crazy lined up after school. And I said, so after school she kind of looked at her phone, looked at her calendar. She's like, she's like, we don't have dance this week. We don't have this week. She's like, so I don't think we have anything. And I was just thinking, that can't be right.
That doesn't help getting back into the routine if the routine changes.
Because my Tuesdays here after the show it's like most of my day's gone, just making up from being gone from either Thursday or Friday. And it's usually a lot. So, yeah, that routine throws us off. And then holidays, of course, throws everything off. So we had a Christmas party for our Sunday school class last night. So that's, stayed out a little bit later than we normally would on a Sunday night. It's just everything kind of thrown out of whack. So it did get me thinking about this, though, and we can have this conversation throughout the course of the show. We'll talk Heisman Trophy winner, college football awards, some players potentially returning to college football we need to get to. It is game week for Alabama. I'll be on the radio call for Alabama-Oklahoma Friday night. So obviously excited about that one. Not pumped up about the weather I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Now, I'm all for football weather, but 19-degree wind chill? That doesn't sound appealing.
People want football weather until they got to be in it. Like, hold on.
Sometimes we talk about lyrics of songs that we have wrong for years, and all of a sudden we hear the song and they're like, wait a minute, they're not saying that. It took me till about college to figure out that they were not saying the windshield temperature.
What?
Yeah. Because you defrost your window, so it's colder.
Okay.
So as a kid, I was like, well, yeah, the windshield, because if you can't.
Oh.
Yeah.
It doesn't help.
I'm dumb.
You hear the phrase wind shear in other places, so I can see it.
Yeah.
Okay. While it's funny, I'm not.
It wasn't
okay.
that.
But yeah. Okay.
So it's cold today, by the way, also. What is the temp right now out there?
If we're lucky, 30, but probably like 25, 6, 7, somewhere in there.
27 in Norman right now.
All right, so this will get you used to it. Although the sun's coming up here, it'll be going down. That'll actually be long gone by that time.
Oh, it's 22 right now.
Okay, yeah.
It was going to climb to 45 today.
Oh, it's to the south.
That would be football weather, but yeah. All right, so a lot to get to. But it did get me thinking with Greg and his family at Disney now, if you were sort of Burger King and you could have it your way, this is a tough question with context because you think about travel and difficulties, but let's put all that aside. If you could spend Christmas anywhere, where would it be?
Just in terms of location.
Like I said, context going to kind of be tough. I mean, this could just be a family member's house that you're not able to normally go to. But I'm thinking more destination. If you could have a destination Christmas, where would you want that to be? Now, I'll tell you this. I have been to Disney on Christmas Day. We were down there for the Citrus Bowl my senior year. Tuberville asked us, he said, listen, there's 2 ways we can do this. And he brought the seniors in and he asked us, he said, we can go early and you're going to be down there for Christmas. You'll be off Christmas Day. You can do whatever you want. If your family's there, you can be with them. He said, we'll have that day off. He said, or we can stay here and practice for 2 straight weeks and then go down there after Christmas. And we knew good and well what staying there and practicing for 2 straight weeks meant. I don't think there was a person that even considered that option. Like, we'll go. We'll figure Christmas out. So my family was not there on Christmas Day, and we actually went to the park. because we had Fast Pass the whole day.
Right,
They
yeah.
took good care of us. It was nice. They had a shuttle. And
How was it?
me and about 4 or 5 other teammates, we went together, and we're blown away. Because now I understand lines and the whole thing, whatever. Like I know how you have to work it. But when we pulled up, which wasn't 8 a.m., it was pretty earlier. The lines were just forever. And I remember getting in the park, walking around, just a ton of people. I'm thinking, what? Now the park's decked out. It's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't have to be there on Christmas for that. They do that. I think as soon as they take the Halloween
November
stuff down,
1,
like
yeah.
Christmas stuff goes up, and it's incredible. And I remember I asked one of the employees walking around. I said, "What is there something different today?" And she goes, "Oh, this is our busiest day of the year, by far." And I was just like, "Okay." So you could say you might go to Disney on Christmas Day, but once you get in there, you might not, because it's packed. So I don't think that would be.
I don't know.
No.
Not for me. No.
Mm-mm. I think it'd have to be mountains somewhere. Like, give us a cabin, sit on the back porch, look out, see it snowing. I've never had like a snowy Christmas.
I think my answer would be somewhere like that, but in England, like have like the countryside or whatever,
England.
just out there.
Okay.
Like one of them English or Irish whatever cabins that you see a couple of like lambs off grazing or something, but it's just
You want your own manger. Like, you want the actual scene.
I don't know about that. I don't know if I want that donkey smell around, but there's something about, I don't know if I want the snow. I don't know if I want the mountains, but just being able to look out and it just looking white and snowy as far as the eye can see, that would be awesome to me.
Okay. I think there are some people out there that would choose, like,
Jamaica?
yeah, the beach.
Yeah.
Beach Christmas, island Christmas. I just feel it's got to be cold for me. I don't need warm weather Christmas. I don't need sand Christmas. Get that in the summer.
Right.
No, that's not going to be for me.
That's got to stink if you're in Australia. You're told, hey, Christmas is cold and all like that, and it's their summer down there.
Yeah, it's weird there. We know.
Among other things, yes.
I mean, obviously there's some family destinations. I think that if I could get not only myself but a lot of other family members too, that would probably be towards the top of the list. But if you're just talking setting, like destination, I don't know how it wouldn't be some mountain cabin, like you said, where you could like go out back, have a little patio area, start a fire, have a little bonfire out there, be able to hang out, see the snow coming down, look out. I would think that would be ideal. I don't know what else other people would have on there. I don't know what Christmas destinations are for people. Like, what's the most Christmassy place that people would want to be?
You want to say New York, but I don't want to deal with all that.
It's a lot. But it is decked out. Like, it's, you got the tree, you got the decorations. I do feel like once you get outside of Times Square, though, it's not as...
No, it's kind of...
The feel is a little different. Because I did New York City for New Year's Eve once. Mistake.
That was enough?
Not what you think. First off, the people were lining up at the barrier in Times Square at like 1 in the afternoon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's...
I'm like, no. And my buddy who lived there at the time, he's like, well, if we want to be, say, 30 deep, we probably need to get over there at like 3. I'm like, yeah, y'all, I can have it. I'll watch it on TV again. Just say I was here. We didn't go near it.
Just open a window. Like, I'm sure we can hear it.
I thought you think of all these places you want to do New Year's Eve. That was one for every, like, oh, Vegas or, New York City, go to Times Square. No. New Orleans, whatever. Just don't. It's not. Just watch it on television, man. It's better on TV. It's almost like a lot of football now. It's better broadcast on television.
Which is sad for
It
football.
is. But, hey, no, listen, there are still people that will tell you the in-stadium experience is never going to be the same. If it's not one you really care about, which I don't know why you would really care about seeing the ball drop, let's go down to Mobile. Watch theirs.
It's a moon pie.
Yeah.
That's all we need.
What wouldn't you want?
Somewhere around here does a
Go
possum.
over to Georgia and do the peach thing, whatever they do over there. I think that's actually Atlanta.
Makes sense. Okay. Yeah.
It looks a little country town.
Someone does a possum around here.
Like it lights up?
I would hope so.
Like a possum ball?
I think so.
Or do they have a possum tied to some deal and it comes down? I need to know. God, New Year's Eve's overrated. And I used to think it was so cool.
It was until it wasn't.
And then now it's just like, y'all can have it. I don't need to stay up for it. I don't need the shows on TV. I don't know. I don't need the CNN anchors getting hammered. I don't even need it. I got
It-
no need for the only thing I need is football.
It
on New
has
Year's
helped
Eve.
that football's
That's
coming.
it.
It's like, all right, cool. Now I have an excuse.
Give me the football on New
Yeah.
Year's Eve, and that's it. I think like last year, the only reason I was up even close to it is because one of the games went long, and I was like,
yep.
it was like 11:20, and I'm like, nah, just go to sleep. We're out.
We thought about that, but then that's one cool thing about YouTube is that certain sites or places, whatever, will live stream their New Year's. So at like 2:00, hey, let's watch the Australia one, or hey, let's watch the Korean one. And at about once the game ended, I was like, I don't think we're gonna make it. Pulled up the New York one. All right, this counts. We made it. We saw it. Let's go to bed.
So you think that I could pull up like, I don't know, Gatlinburg's New Year's Eve
Yeah.
on YouTube?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Someone, most likely a news station, someone will be streaming it.
All right. Pat Bentley tweeting in, it's a perfect day. Cold, brisk winter. Christmas around the corner. Alabama plays less than a week. Kansas City Chiefs not in the playoffs. So no Taylor Swift on camera during the playoffs. I thought that was going to be a Christmas where he wanted to be tweet, so it's my fault for getting to that.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, that was a miss on my part.
Maybe that is what he wants.
Mahomes torn ACL. Not great. Not good yesterday. So we'll get an NFL update for you since the playoffs are around the corner. We'll do that at 7:40. Paul Finebaum coming up in probably 9 minutes. We'll talk to him about the college football playoff. Alabama, Oklahoma this weekend. Do you feel different about it this time around? I will say, with the weather looking like it's what it's going to look like, we overstate weather sometimes, unless it's just completely different contrast and style of game that would greatly benefit one side. Like Army playing Mike Leach.
Right.
We'll say Army playing USC. Cold weather greatly benefits Army.
Correct.
But in this game, neither team can run the ball, so I don't know who it benefits more. I do think it helps Oklahoma just a little bit more because they have more of a designed quarterback run package that they could technically lean on. Simpson can handle a little bit of the run game, but he doesn't handle kind of the direct run, north-south, quarterback counter, quarterback inside zone stuff that Mateer does. Maybe it's a slight lean Oklahoma. But with how both of these teams operate, extension of the run game through the air, quick game, I think it's actually bad for both, really. I don't think it's great for either one. So just like we said last time around, take the under. Just hammer the under now, and you should be fine in this game. Plenty to get to there. Other college football playoff games coming up this weekend. A&M Miami seems like the headliner for the weekend, even outside of Alabama and Oklahoma. We'll get to that one, break it down throughout the course of the day. Josh Paykin will be with us for a couple segments at 9. Richard Hendricks at 9:30. Alabama runs into the Arizona buzzsaw over the weekend, which now both of our SEC teams in state have fallen to that one. I'm thinking Arizona, Michigan in the final. Let's just go ahead and load that one up.
It's looking inevitable.
We'll talk to Richard about it. We've asked him about that Michigan team. Now we'll ask him about this Arizona team. It doesn't feel like there are a lot of teams that are close to those two in college basketball right now, and Alabama got a taste of it Saturday night, and that Arizona team just feels different than a lot of other teams. Ton of news on coaching hires, coaching changes, coaches going different places, and how the staff at Auburn is shaping up as well. So we'll update you on all of that. Plenty to get to over the course of the show today. You can be a part, 800-239-9569, 800-239-WJOX. Text into the show, 205-834-9450. Also, tweet in at Mac and Q. I was thinking about going a different direction there, but I'm not going to do it yet. You give us your thoughts on where your dream Christmas destination would be. Because a lot of people would say Disney. I think that's a mistake. Is it a certain city? Is it a certain landscape? Is it a certain place? That's the one that I would want to hear because I think that one would be really different. If it's not Maplesville, I would want to know where that one is.
Okay.
Because there's a chance it's going to be really dumb. Like really dumb. Maybe we'll find out next right here on Jocks. Well, welcome back in. McElroy and Cubelic in the morning. It is Monday, December 15th, 7:18, right here on Jocks. He joins us each and every week at this time. You can hear him right here, 2 to 6 p.m. weekdays on Jocks. Also see him on ESPN, the SEC Network. Thanks to Craneworks, it's Paul Finebaum.
Lift it, load it, grade it, grind it, move it, haul it, rig it, dig it, Craneworks, Rentalworks, yeah! The big dog's got it.
Paul Finebaum on Mac and Cube in the morning is brought to you by Craneworks. Lift it, buy it, rent it, the big dog's got it. Now, Paul Finebaum.
Paul, great to have you in on a Monday. It is playoff week, game week for Alabama. How confident are you that this result will be different the second time around for Alabama against Oklahoma?
Cautiously confident, and Cole, before you even ask, what do you base that on? Absolutely nothing, because we're talking about Alabama right now, and it's always difficult to gauge which Alabama team will show up. I felt like in watching the first Oklahoma game again that there were just so many places in that game that Alabama threw it away. I didn't think Oklahoma was the better team. I just thought Alabama just couldn't shoot straight. So I feel pretty confident that even after the debacle in Atlanta a week ago, that they will be in better shape physically, most importantly, and maybe even mentally to go out there and win the game.
When you look at this weekend, we heard a lot about coaching moves, coaching changes, and we've heard now Coach DeBoer's name mentioned for weeks with two different jobs. They finally put a statement out, the university does, that he's essentially not interested, not going to be going anywhere, and that they're going to be working on an extension. Is that extension necessary in your mind?
No, it's really not, because I'm not really sure what he's done to deserve an extension. But Cole, do I need to remind you of what we talk about every day? It's just the way that agents operate, and it almost seemed like the fact that it took 4 days to get that statement tells you everything you need to know. That statement should have come out pretty quickly if Kalen DeBoer had no interest in going anywhere. I don't know why it took 4 days, and the reason I think it took 4 days is because Jimmy Sexton and his people have been trying to get an extension out of Alabama. Maybe Alabama let's not lose sight of the fact this is a pretty important game for Alabama. And I realize they only lost 2 games in the regular season, and a loss Friday night would be 2 in the two since the Auburn game, but it's still 4 losses. And in Alabama, the parlance of Alabama football, it's fairly disappointing. It hasn't happened yet. I mean, we may be talking on January 19th about Alabama winning the national championship, but it just feels like that came rather slow. And, if Alabama gives him an extension, my question back to you is, what does it really mean? What do any of these contracts mean in college football right now?
Totally fair. Maybe you are similar to me. I think we know where this is, but maybe our brains don't have a full understanding of it yesterday. I see headlines like Lenore Sellers nearing a new deal to return to South Carolina. I see the USC football account over the weekend, Paul, announcing that Wayman Jordan has re-signed with the Trojans. I know it's transactional now. I know it's what it is. I mean, and the USC tweet has the young man sitting there like an NFL team would tweet out with the contract on the table and a pin. Is it just going to take us a while to realize that this is what it is and maybe like fully come to grips with this is where we are now?
I mean, I think most fans are okay with it because they just want to win. But I think a lot of folks like us who cover the minutia and who've been around long enough to know that when on the day that you signed with Auburn, it was one of the most important days in your family and your community's history, and you didn't sign because they handed you a $2.3 million contract. You signed because that's where you wanted to go, and you were happy and felt blessed to go. But I think we get it. It's just it is transactional, and everything is about negotiation. And by the way, it's the same thing in a lot of other businesses, including the one we're in, except people just don't pay that much attention to the one we're in versus what the one we're talking about. And I think there's a certain level, though, most people are just, they have been inoculated to it. So when they see stuff like that, they just roll their eyes. I mean, watching the Heisman ceremony Saturday night, I think it would have made more sense for ESPN to put under each player, each one of the finalists, how much money they were getting a year to go to school. That's exactly what this is about. The fact that what is this now? 4 straight transfers have won the Heisman.
It is, and it's wild to think that they can get those in and be as successful as they have been. What are you hearing about the early tenure of Alex Golesh at Auburn? I think a lot of Auburn fans see certain players going to the NFL, going to the transfer portal. I like the staff that he's putting together, but just things that you hear, your observations after a couple of weeks of Alex Golesh.
To me, 2 weeks into it, it's been very positive. Again, so much of it is optics because most of us don't know Alex Golesh, but he's done a really nice job of being out front, saying the right things, and Cole, you know this better than anyone. I mean, at Auburn, sometimes the message is fairly important, and too often the coaches have not had the right message down there. He understands that. The staff is good. The players, that's always going to be a little bit of a game right now because you don't know exactly who you're going to get, who you're going to keep, and quite frankly, who do you want to keep?
That's a great point. That there's a lot of guys that were on that team that maybe from a culture perspective don't actually get it and don't understand it the way it needs to be, and probably should be looking for. I mean, I know that there was some discussion about 100% roster retention, Paul, and when I talked to some people in the facility, they said, well, that's funny because we have multiple players at multiple positions. We're actively looking to have move on and can't make that happen because they like the situation that they're in, obviously, but not playing good football or not doing everything that they need them to do. So it's a little bit of a back and forth that can become somewhat difficult. This college football playoff, back to it, that begins Friday night. How many teams do you look at and say realistically you think have the opportunity, a realistic chance to go on and win this?
Not that many. I mean, I really think you start with the top 2. I don't think there's any question about Indiana, Ohio State. I think you add Georgia to that mix. I'm struggling to put Oregon in there as you work. I think the real challenge for me, Cole, is who else. I think those are the 3 that are obvious, and then which SEC school do you think could at least get to the championship game? I mean, I think Texas A&M has a path. I'm optimistic that Alabama could make a run. Now, I'm as easily optimistic as I'll be talking to you next Monday about the end of their season. I mean, I think that's really the challenge in trying to figure out Alabama. But I think A&M after Georgia in the SEC probably is built pretty well. Ole Miss is a little bit of a misnomer. Because Ole Miss, and I assume it gets out of Oxford on Saturday afternoon, will still have to play Georgia, and I would like Georgia in that rematch.
Absolutely. Paul, always great stuff. Always appreciate the time, and look forward to catch up with you again next week.
Thank you, Cole. You bet.
Paul Finebaum joining us on the Higginbotham Hotline. A lot going on in college football right now. We had most college football awards take place late last week over the weekend. We'll get to some of those. Go back through the Heisman Trophy ceremony. I'll give you my Heisman vote, let you know how I laid it out. Did not have the winner as my number 1 player that I voted for, so we'll discuss that. And then I want to get into those college football playoff teams as well. Why not some of those college football playoff teams? Who can win it this year? Maybe who can't win it this year, and why? We'll discuss that and more next right here on Jocks. All right, welcome back in. McElroy and Cubelic in the morning. 800-239-9569 if you want to get in. 800-239-WJOX. We're going to finish up a little bit of our Christmas conversation. We will talk NFL at 7:40, give you an update there, where everything stands. A couple of massive injuries over the weekend. So we need to update you on those and get you set for the playoffs that are right around the corner. We usually do that at 7:40 on Mondays. Skipped it the last few because those Mondays have been fairly massive when it came to college football, but we'll get back to that today. And then at 8 o'clock, we will begin our discussion of why not for college football teams in this playoff. Why teams can win it, why they can't. Who are we ruling out now from winning this college football playoff? But a couple folks tweeting in first. You can be a part of the show as well on the Higginbotham hotline, 800-239-9569. Jolly tweets in, worked a ton of Christmas Eve, Christmas days. Just glad to be home for Christmas. No doubt about that. Can totally understand. Totally understand. As the playoffs go, Christian tweets in, last year all home teams won in the first round. Off that momentum, they all beat the first round bye teams at neutral sites. Maybe they should do 2 rounds at home, then Final Four at big arenas. Well, they can't do that because then the bowl games don't get what they need.
Right.
Those big bowls have to have what they need, and then the money goes away from the bowl games, and that's going to be tough for that to happen. Don't worry, it's all going to change soon. We're only closer to the Big Ten and the SEC pulling away, doing their own thing. I mean, Jim Swofford already publicly asking for 16.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Heck, Big Ten wants 24, so.
let's just start the playoffs Labor Day
May as well.
and just bracket that whole thing out.
In that, we mentioned him earlier. Isn't that what Mike Leach wanted, like 132 or 60-something team playoff?
Man, just ride out. Here we go. I do think people kind of discount the fact that, hey, at some point in time, we got to start playing regular season games if we keep doing this. Like, we can't play 25 games.
No.
But nobody really thinks about that. Oh, so we asked the question earlier, Damien. If you could have any destination Christmas, what would it be? Now, this could be geography. This could be actual, like, it could just be overall place or like an actual place that you wanted to go see, be in. Outside of Maplesville, where would your destination Christmas be if you could have it your way?
Somewhere in the mountains. Because again, I've never seen like
Fort Payne-ish?
It wouldn't be bad. It wouldn't be bad.
Oh, Boaz. Okay. All right.
No, but I kind of like Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like somewhere
you get a
where
Tennessee fiance, and all of a sudden, yeah, you've.
No, I mean I've never experienced like a snowy Christmas, and like when I see all these movies and stuff.
No,
like,
mine was the same, but I mean, like you could have gone like Swiss Alps,
Right,
you could've gone,
yeah.
like
France,
Nah, we can keep it here.
Alaska, Canada.
We can
Okay.
keep it here. Like I ain't gotta go too far. But no, like I would like to be in a cabin, like seeing the snow, like risk like a moose or something walking by, like see it in the backyard.
not going to get that at Gallenberg, by the way. I'm just going to
Probably
let
not,
you
no.
know.
Like some
I'm
elk.
not going to get that. No,
Those are
not there.
Same thing.
Not there.
Like see if they pulling away.
Yeah, you want to
But
go
yeah,
like
just-
northern Utah, maybe. Get some of that. Like Montana. Possibly.
Either Dakota. Take your pick.
Yeah, both. Yeah.
But like somewhere where it's actually like snow on the ground. Where I mean, I'm not gonna be outside playing in it for real, but like just locked in, log cabin,
Enjoying it
got
from behind
fire.
the window.
Yeah, just like
Okay.
seeing it in the scenery. Like,
Man,
oh,
that looks good.
nice.
Yeah.
Look at that landscape.
You want snow, but you want no part of the snow.
Yeah, absolutely
Got it.
not.
Noted. Perfect. Yes.
That makes me rethink the whole cabin or the out there because we got to travel to get there.
True.
So as much as I do want that, it's like, oh, I could be stuck here. I don't know if I want that.
Yeah, but if it's that kind of a place, I think you'd be okay being stuck there.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you'd be good. Now, it's part of that depends on who you're with. So,
True, right.
because like some people get the whole, if you get National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, like you don't want to be stuck in that for 2 weeks. But David tweets in, Duluth, Georgia. Me and my fiance love it over there. Nicest place in Georgia.
Okay.
Now, is that just because you know the territory or the area, like you're familiar with it, or is there things about it that make it more Christmassy? That's what I don't know. Is there a town that's has more of the Christmas spirit, and you would want to be there for that? I guess that's part of the question. I haven't thought about. I mean, we know where we go, and we go the same place, and that's pretty much it. So I haven't thought about it another way. 800-239-9569. You let us know your Christmas destination idea. Steve in Montgomery wants to chime in on this topic. Welcome into the show, Steve.
And your kids is to Dollywood. It's a whole lot cheaper than Disney. I mean, a whole lot. You can fly to Japan cheaper than you can to Disney.
I've seen that meme going around Instagram. I'm still not sure if I believe it or not.
Well, if you check the prices, and we just recently did because we were going to take the grandkids down there, I believe it. But you can get the total. I mean, it's just a great family experience, and Dollywood is clean. And
they deck it out for Christmas, though, there. Steve. They do like the whole
yeah.
Okay. Listen, we went to Dollywood for spring break like 2-3 years ago, and it was awesome.
I've been there. It's fun.
Seriously,
it is fun.
And I would like to do it even more now because they had a couple bigger rides that the kids weren't quite. And like my 8-year-old would love all the big stuff that he couldn't do then. Like he wanted to do it then, he couldn't get on.
And they got one coming in the spring too. It's supposed to be $1 million ride. It's supposed to be fantastic. So I'm looking forward to that one. Hey, one football trivia deal. I was watching a thing with Keith Jackson the other night on YouTube, and he did a piece on when Alabama played Oklahoma. I think it was 62 or 63. I think it was the Orange Bowl. But anyway, I think they beat them 17-0. But the thing about it, he said, was that President Kennedy came to the game, but he got there late, so he was going to visit both locker rooms, but he didn't have time before the game started, so he visited the Oklahoma locker room first, and Bear Bryant used that and got them all fired up and said the president didn't want to see y'all, and they used that to inspire him to go out.
That's amazing.
But I thought that was pretty neat.
That's some.
Y'all have a good.
You too. Thank you. That's some Kirby Smart type tactics there.
Was that the last time Alabama beat Oklahoma?
President hates y'all. Just know, democracy don't believe in the tide.
He chose them Sooners over you.
You can get to Tokyo right now on Delta for $23.15. One person.
Honestly, that's not bad.
And back.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I'm not saying it's bad, but I saw the same thing. My wife asked me about it, and I had 2 friends last night ask about it as well. There's just some kind of meme picture photo going around. It's like you can go to Tokyo and go to Disney there cheaper than you can go to Disney in Orlando right now. Huh. And I was like, I'm not going to, but I would appreciate someone who I know can actually price it out. And just let's look at that and how that goes. I don't really know for sure. Be Him Dog would like to chime in. Welcome in, Dog.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen. Cold morning. Hey, what my wife and I have been doing since about 2009, we have 5 sons. We stopped doing gifts and we started doing Christmas trips. And, man, we've been all over. Yeah, we've been – and you talk about the memories. Our boys still talk about those trips. And we just stopped them last year because our oldest is now 27. So, but, yeah, we've been to Hawaii 4 times. We've been to Belize. We've been to Mexico. We've gone out to Boone, North Carolina. We've been to Utah to ski. I prefer the beach come Christmas time because I'm wanting to leave the cold. But if this is on a serious note, if you are interested in going to Hawaii, anybody there, reach out to me, man. I have narrowed it down. I can send 2 people to Hawaii. I'm not a travel agent. Cheaper than you can go spend the week at the beach. Guaranteed.
Okay.
Guaranteed.
That's wild to think about.
I've taken 12 people to Hawaii.
Let me ask you this. So you guys do the trip over Christmas?
Yes. We always do it around December.
Yeah. So it's like it's their gifts, but it's also you do it for Christmas. So, but you didn't spend Christmas at all these places necessarily on the day.
No. We just do it around when we have teachers in our family.
Yeah, they can make it work. Right.
Yes. So we just kind of pick a calendar date that works for everybody. Typically in the middle of December. Plus, there's a perfect time to get those flights, like the December 16th through the 20th or so. Because after or before you're starting to bump up against Christmas travel and New Year's travel, and your flights go way up.
Gotcha.
Way up.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
there it is.
But yeah.
All right. Appreciate
Hawaii,
that, Dog.
Where's that?
Hawaii. There you go. I've never been. Never got that Hawaii Bowl assignment. Was actually asked one time.
You got to turn it down.
Oh, I accepted initially.
Because it's usually on.
And then my buddy well, not my buddy at the time, he was my boss, but he's a friend now, Steve Ackles. He texted me back and was like, "You sure?" And I said, "Well, hell yeah." And he said, "It's the 24th." I'm like, "Christmas in Hawaii, man." And this is when we had 2. I think they were like 4 and 2. That conversation lasted about 4 seconds.
4.2 seconds? Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's Christmas Eve. No. What if your family? No.
All right.
Maybe just you. No.
Okay.
I had to call him back and be like, yeah,
It's
he
not
goes, I
happening.
figured it was a no, but I wanted to at least give you a chance at it because I know you wanted it. And I'm like, I did.
I did.
Can't get told no unless you ask.
And then I
Right.
started looking at like, can I red eye back and be in Decatur, Alabama, Christmas morning? Couldn't make it happen. So wasn't able to do that. Did not take place. Walt wants to chime in on Christmas destinations. Welcome in, Walt.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
I thought that last caller had a great idea, right? No Christmas presents. Let's take a vacation. Let's go to a destination. All I could think about the whole time was 5 boys, though. That's a lot.
Oh, man.
I just had
The
more.
grocery
Yeah.
bill.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I can't imagine. Anyway, he mentioned Belize, so we did do a destination Christmas one year when I was a sophomore at Auburn, and it was incredible. I challenge y'all to look up this place called Chalk Creek because you don't want to just go to Belize and wing it. It's not going to be fun. It is, mostly a third world country over there. There's a lot of dangerous areas too, but Chalk Creek is this really isolated. Ted Danson was there. It was really cool. It's this isolated little place. There's tons of cool stuff you can do. The people are so friendly. The only thing this time, it's warm there this time of year, but I don't know if it's warm enough to go. Like, they had some caves that you would swim into these caves, and then you would crawl through these little, it was a little sketchy. You'd crawl up through these tight corridors, and then there would be preserved areas where they were doing human sacrifices. The Mayans back in the day. There was bloodletting areas. It was pretty gnarly, but I don't know if that's something, so that's very Christmassy, but the place
Doesn't
itself
feel like
is
the
very
spirit per se,
festive.
but yeah.
It's an awesome place, though.
Red's a
Belize
Christmas
is cool.
color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And that's in
It
Belize?
is, yeah. Thanks, guys. In Belize, yeah, Chalk
Okay.
Creek.
There you
Check
go.
it out.
All right. We will check it. Thank you very much.
Feels like a Halloween destination, but okay.
That right.
What'd y'all do on Christmas Eve? When we
Bloodletted.
saw where they beheaded folks.
Right. Like it's somebody's actual ankle for a Christmas stocking. Like it's like, oh, okay.
But you know, I got my bloodletting on. Oh, okay. Oh.
God. They took a mean left turn.
Boy, I had a good one there, and I'm not going to do it. I'll tell you guys during the break. All right, when we come back, quick update on the NFL, and then we get into at 8 a.m. Who can win this playoff and why? Who can't and why? Next on Jocks. Welcome back in. McElroy and Cubelic in the morning. A couple more responses on destination Christmases. And then we get into the NFL. Pete Moss tweets in, yes, Belize is awesome. It was an English colony until 1981, so English is the language. Very nice people.
Okay.
Just not hundreds of years ago.
No, okay.
No,
like
yeah.
recent. Whew.
All right.
Stephen Madrid would love to do Jackson Hole for Christmas. Oh, and go Dogs.
Is that how they say Merry Christmas?
We've gotten
I guess.
Duluth, Jackson Hole. Belize, Mentone. Carl in Anniston would like to chime in on where he would like to spend Christmas. Welcome in, Carl.
Hey, yes, sir. I was just going to say I enjoy your show, and my destination would be, Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Maybe take a snowmobile ride Christmas Day, something like that.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Do they,
All right,
do, they
enjoy
do it
your
up
show.
big
Thank
for
you, sir.
Christmas there? Do you know, like decoration-wise, everything? That's what I need
yeah,
if I'm going to
it's
go
all,
somewhere.
Yeah, it's all lit up. It's a little bitty small town, and lights everywhere and everything. Yeah, it's real nice.
Damien needs a moose in his destination, so I feel like we could get that done there.
Yeah, that'd be good.
There we go. Thank you, Carl.
Have a good day.
Appreciate it.
Do you think this is because of Yellowstone?
100%.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
The amount of random people I've said or heard, talked to in the last year or two that want to go to
Wow.
That area?
Wyoming and Montana now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if they want to go to the state line right there where everybody goes overboard.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Stay away from that part. But Michael Kirby tweets in, full disclosure, I was assigned as a Marine Guard on embassy duty in Jerusalem. I was there for Christmas 1999. Place is awesome at Christmas. Now, that would be
I could see
Yeah,
that.
like
Okay,
that would, yeah.
don't know if like the decorations are what you're looking for there, but it would be special. He said, then a week later, we were stressing over Y2K New Year's. Fun times. Like we talk from a
We were
sports
dumb back
perspective,
then.
we talk about draft busts.
Yeah.
Y2K was
Is Y2K the most predictive bust, the biggest predictive bust of all time? Like, what else was thought was going to happen that didn't
Boy,
along
were
the
we,
lines of Y2K?
Were we dumb back then?
because what were y'all anticipating?
All of it.
I was only 3.
Some people legit thought the world was going to
Yeah,
end.
reverting back to medieval times because computers
There was no calendar.
can't think, and therefore, yeah.
I'm telling you what people said, Damien.
Yeah.
I'm not making that
There
up.
was
John
no-
will back me up. Like, people like
Yeah.
the calendar doesn't go past this. Like, actually, I just bought one at
Right.
Big B Drugs. There it is.
Right. So
Office Depot's got it right now.
like, it's,
Computers can handle it based off 0, and therefore all the computer systems are going to crash.
Damien,
therefore,
people
everything is
took
going to
all
crash.
their cash out of the bank.
Yeah.
Because they said the banks wouldn't know how to work. Because like all the computer programs weren't written past that date. You weren't going to be able to check your email. You weren't going to be able to get gas because the gas meters were going to stop. People believe this stuff.
so at midnight, or I should say 12:01,
Nada. Nothing.
nothing.
Yeah.
No.
Calendar flipped and kept on rolling. Yep. I was on a bus between Jacksonville and Tennessee, and it happened. I was like, oh,
You're expecting
didn't
the
die.
engine to just quit.
that's what some thought.
Just complete shutdown,
Man.
and life just continued on.
Yep.
People
pretty
thought
much.
clocks weren't going to work. Watches were going to stop. Cell towers were going to fall.
Now,
Oh.
to be fair, the internet wasn't as prevalent. So,
Right.
because I guess the other half of the world that was a day ahead, like they couldn't get the word to us. Like we didn't really know. Like we couldn't jump on
I
Twitter
ain't
and be
think
like,
about that.
"Hey, Australia, you all right? Oh, okay, we're good. Okay, never mind."
Anything going on
Wasn't
over
really-
there in
yeah.
Japan? Y'all okay?
Everything quit.
That's insane, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a total bust. Total.
Beyond. If not further, whatever that would be.
It was Firefest level of bus right there. Yeah.
I don't know if anybody predicted that was going to be great other than one guy.
No, just more of a.
just one.
People were expecting a whole shebang and got cheese.
I'm just thinking, what else have we predicted that people were certain was going to take place that did not along that level? Russell Terry tweets in, Y2K was a disaster. The Orange Bowl loss to Michigan started Tom Brady's dominant career.
That was funny.
Little did
I
you
remember
know. Little did you know. God.
Pete Moss tweets in, I'm Y3K compliant. I hope you're around to see it.
Right, I ain't gonna be here to see it. Oh my goodness.
Oh, the things people said. I wish we had documentation of what people were saying. I wish we had audio people. I can vividly recall right now seeing local and national news broadcasts discussing the things that were going to take place.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, these banks don't have programs written to be able to handle this.
And various stores like Best Buy, Circuit City offering to Y2K proof your computer. Speaking of ruses.
Oh my gosh.
That's a good one.
Oh my god.
I'll just give them credit for that.
Strike while iron's
I
hot.
want to talk to a Geek Squad member and ask just like what they even pretended to do when you took it in there.
Hold on, we got this.
Let's see. Hold on.
Restart.
It turns on.
We got it.
Power down. Good. He's good.
That'll be 125.
Y2K proof your computer. That's wild.
Well, hold on. Geek Squad itself was a ruse. Because if you got to the point where there was something going on with your computer that it didn't turn on or programs didn't run, like, were those guys really going to fix it? In those days, you just threw it away and got a new computer. Like, it was done.
Now you're backlogged. Like, hey, man, there's been 50 people at Y2K.
Why can't I get this photo? Well, that just didn't happen. All right.
Simpler times.
J.A. was on South Beach in Miami not knowing TB12 was being birthed.
That's crazy.
Okay. I head out for Christmas trip to London tomorrow morning. This is from Jeff. Been to London maybe 15 times first Christmas trip. Plans to visit a few pubs that Dickens actually visited and maybe read through a Christmas Carol in the pubs. Yes, I'm easily amused. Hey, whatever floats your boat, man.
Saying, hey, enjoy yourself.
Okay, we'll let this go a little longer. Glenn on Christmas Destination. Welcome in, Glenn.
Hey, Cole. How you doing, man? Love your show.
Thank you very much.
So either way, as a previous caller mentioned, we started doing the Christmas trips. Now, my kids have grown just recently. We're empty nesters now, but, we did the Disney thing. We did the New York thing. Probably the best one was Steamboat, Colorado. Woke up Christmas morning, snow everywhere, snow skiing.
Yeah.
I will caution a couple of your previous callers talking about Jackson Hole. Now, I haven't been to Jackson Hole for Christmas, but Jackson Hole is not what you think Jackson Hole is in Yellowstone. Jackson Hole is a bunch of big money people walking around dressing up like they're cowboys. It's very touristy. It's not what you think. But when you get outside of Jackson Hole, Wyoming is awesome like what you think in the show Yellowstone, but it ain't what you think in Jackson Hole. And my last thing is my Christmas destination I'd like to go to is some of the Christmas markets over in Prague, Germany, or Austria.
Oh,
I'd really,
yeah, that's pretty.
That would be cool.
All right, guys.
Thanks for the call, Glenn. Appreciate that. I just love like what Glenn is saying, that there are people out there walking around picturing the show. Like we have livestock agents with AR-15s running around Wyoming, like making sure that my barbed wire fence was not taken down.
Is that Brick?
Pat in Trustville. I don't believe it's Smith, but he wants to chime in. Welcome in, Pat.
Hey, Greg and Cole. We just did a 15-day cruise to Hawaii. We left out of Los Angeles and went to Hawaii, and we were on the ship over Halloween, and the people on the ship kept telling us how much fun it was to do one for Christmas. So we're planning out one for Christmas to do a cruise to be on the ship at Christmas. The anticipation for Halloween was unbelievable with the decorations and the various stuff that was there. So I can only imagine what it would be like for Christmas. And, we would like to take the whole family to do this. We took a bunch of people we went to high school with for the 15-day cruise to Hawaii. And it was one of the best trips I've ever taken.
Okay.
All right.
15 days feels like a lot on a cruise, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
But if that's your thing, if that's your thing, then.
Especially if you're leaving from LA going to the island, that's like 4 or 5 straight days of just cruising, looking out and seeing water. Cruising.
Isn't that the point of a cruise?
That might be too much. No, the point of the cruise is to go to island hop and go to destinations.
Butch Worley said he did New York City for Christmas with their daughters. Amazing. Ice skated Rockefeller Center Christmas morning. That'd be cool.
That'd be
That'd be cool. All right, we'll bump back our NFL segment to next and then get to college football, playoff teams, why not after that. All that more coming up next right here on Jocks.